Hey everyone, welcome to Speak Like a Native. I'm Maya.
And I'm Leo. Let's get into it.
Leo, I have a question for you. If I say to you, that exam was a piece of cake, what do you picture in your mind?
A piece of cake? Like a chocolate cake with frosting?
Exactly. And that is the most common mistake almost every English learner makes when they first hear these idioms. You hear piece of cake, and your brain goes straight to dessert.
Wait, so what does it actually mean? Because I definitely thought you were talking about eating cake.
That's the thing. In English, a piece of cake means something is very easy, super simple, no effort required. If I say, the test was a piece of cake, I mean I finished it in 5 minutes and it was no problem at all.
Oh, so it's like saying it was easy, but in a more colorful way.
Exactly right. And that's what makes idioms so powerful. They make your English sound natural and expressive. You're not just saying words, you're painting a picture. But the problem is, if you take them literally, you end up sounding really confused.
Okay, so I've got to ask, where does this expression even come from? Why do we compare something easy to a piece of cake?
Great question. There are a few theories. One popular idea is that in the early 20th century, cake was considered an easy thing to make or to get. Some people say it comes from a tradition where enslaved people in the American South would compete in a dance called a cakewalk, and the prize was a cake. The dance looked elegant, but was actually quite easy to do. So taking the cake, or it's a piece of cake, became linked with something that's simple to accomplish.
Wow, I never knew that, so there's actually real history behind it.
There is, and that's true for a lot of idioms. They come from everyday life, from food, from work, from social situations. And that's why we're doing this whole episode on food idioms, because they are everywhere in American English.
Okay, I'm ready. Give me another one. I want to sound like a native speaker, not a textbook.
All right, here's a good one. Spill the beans.
Okay, my brain is doing it again. I'm imagining a bag of beans falling on the floor and rolling everywhere.
And that's totally normal because literally that's what the words mean. But idiomatically, spill the beans means to reveal a secret, to tell information that was supposed to stay private.
Oh, so if I say I spilled the beans about the surprise party, I mean I ruined the surprise by telling someone?
Exactly. And here's a real life example. Imagine your friend is planning a surprise birthday party for another friend. Everyone knows except the birthday person. And then someone accidentally says, "Oh, are you excited about Saturday?" And the birthday person goes, "Wait, what's happening Saturday?" That person spilled the beans.
Ah, so it's like accidentally letting a secret out.
Or intentionally. You can spill the beans on purpose. Like if you're tired of keeping a secret, you might say, "All right, I'm going to spill the beans. They're getting married."
Okay, I love that. So what about the origin? Is there a story behind this one too?
There is, and it's a bit more mysterious. Some historians think it comes from ancient Greece, where votes were cast using beans. White beans meant yes, dark beans meant no. If someone dropped the container, spilled the beans, the votes would be revealed before they were supposed to be counted. So the secret came out accidentally.
That's incredible. So every time I say spill the beans, I'm referencing ancient Greek voting?
Technically, yes, but nobody is thinking about that when they say it. It's just become part of the language. And that's the fascinating thing about idioms. They carry history with them, even when we don't realize it.
Okay, I need to practice these. Can we do some real scenarios?
Absolutely. Let me paint a picture. You're at work. Your colleague asks you, "How was the meeting with the new client?" And the meeting went really smoothly. What do you say?
It was a piece of cake?
Perfect. Now, let's make it more specific. The meeting was a piece of cake. The client agreed to everything in the first 5 minutes.
Oh, I see. So you add a little context after to explain why it was easy.
Exactly. You don't just drop the idiom and walk away. You use it as part of a bigger sentence. It sounds natural when you combine it with a short explanation.
Got it. Now give me one for spill the beans.
All right. Your friend is acting secretive. You know they have news. What do you say?
Come on, spill the beans. What happened?
Perfect. And if you want to be a little more casual, you could say, okay, spill it, just spill. It's a shorter version.
Oh, I like that. So spill by itself also means reveal the secret?
Yes, it's very common in informal conversation. All right, spill. I know you have something to tell me.
That's so natural. I'm gonna start using that.
Now let's talk about a mistake I hear all the time. Some learners, especially Spanish speakers, might say something like, it's a cake instead of it's a piece of cake. In Spanish, you might say es un pastel, which literally translates to it's a cake. But in English, you need the whole phrase, a piece of cake.
What about Chinese speakers?
Chinese speakers often mix up the word order. They might say, this exam is cake piece because the grammar structure in Chinese is different. So the correction is always, it's a piece of cake.
And Arabic speakers?
Arabic speakers sometimes add an extra word. They might say, it's a piece of the cake. Adding the because, it feels more natural in Arabic. But in English, it's just a piece of cake. No the.
Okay, so the formula is always say a piece of cake, never cake piece or piece of the cake.
That's right. Now, here's the part that surprises most people. These idioms are not just for casual conversation. You can use piece of cake in professional settings too, but only with people you know well. If you're in a very formal meeting with executives, you probably want to say it was straightforward or it went smoothly, but with your teammates, piece of cake is totally fine.
So context matters. You wouldn't say it to your boss's boss?
Probably not in a formal presentation, but in an informal chat, sure. Also, here's an interesting cultural note. In British English, you might hear it's a piece of cake too, but in the UK, they also say it's easy peasy or it's a doddle.
A doddle? I've never heard that.
It's very British. The test was a doddle, means the same thing, very easy. So if you're learning American English, stick with piece of cake and you'll be fine.
Okay, let me try to use both idioms in a story. Ready? My friend was supposed to plan this huge event. She was so nervous, but I told her, don't worry, it's gonna be a piece of cake. And then she finally told me the secret. She had already planned everything. She spilled the beans.
That's perfect. You use both naturally. And you know what? That's the goal. To have these idioms feel like a normal part of your vocabulary, not something you have to think about.
How do I get to that point where I don't have to translate in my head?
Repetition in real contexts. So here's your challenge for this week. I want you to use each of these idioms at least 3 times in real conversations, not in your bedroom, practicing alone, out in the world, with people.
3 times each? That's only 6 total.
It sounds easy, but actually doing it is harder than you think, because you have to find the right moment. But that's exactly what makes it stick.
Okay, I accept the challenge, and I want our listeners to do it too.
Yes, try it this week. And here's a tip. Start with situations you know will happen. If you have a test coming up, tell your friend, I hope it's a piece of cake. If you know a secret, you can say to someone, I'll spill the beans later.
Now, Maya, what about other food idioms? Are there more I should know?
Oh, there are so many. Apple of my eye, that's someone you really love. Butter someone up, that means to flatter someone so they do something for you. Bring home the bacon, to earn money for the family.
Wait, bring home the bacon? I've heard that one.
It means to be the breadwinner, the person who earns the income. My dad brought home the bacon while my mom stayed home with us kids.
That's a lot of idioms involving food. Why is food such a big source of idioms in English?
Because food is universal. Every culture has food, every family eats together. So it's a natural source of metaphor. We talk about food to talk about life. It's comforting, familiar, and everyone can relate to it.
That makes so much sense. And it also means these idioms are easier to remember because they're connected to something we experience every day.
Exactly. Your brain forms stronger connections when you associate new words with things you already know and care about. Food is something you care about, we all do.
All right, I want to do a final practice round. You give me a situation, I respond with the right idiom.
Okay, your friend asks you how your driving test went. You passed easily.
It was a piece of cake. I passed on my first try.
Perfect. Next situation. Your sister is hiding something. You know she has news about her job.
Come on, spill the beans. Did you get the promotion?
Excellent. Last one. You're teaching someone how to cook a simple dish. They're nervous.
Don't worry. This recipe is a piece of cake. You'll have it down in 10 minutes.
You've got it. Seriously, you sound like a native speaker already with those responses.
Really? That feels amazing. I've been studying English for years, and I always felt like something was missing. Like I was saying the right words, but not quite sounding natural.
That's exactly the problem idioms solve. Textbook English gets your message across, but idioms make you sound like you belong, like you're part of the conversation, not observing it from outside.
And that's what I want, to feel like I'm part of the conversation.
You are, and the more idioms you learn, the more natural you'll sound. Just remember, don't take them literally. That's the biggest trap.
Don't take them literally. Piece of cake.
I see what you did there.
Before we go, Maya, can we recap one more time, just so it really sticks in my head and in our listeners' heads too?
Absolutely. Piece of cake means something is very easy. Spill the beans means to reveal a secret, and the magic happens when you use them in real situations, not just in practice.
And if you want to learn more food idioms, let us know in the comments. Which one should we cover next?
Yes, comment below and tell us which idiom confuses you the most. We might do a whole episode on it. And if you found this helpful, hit that subscribe button. New episodes drop every day, and we want you to be part of this community.
Thanks for listening, everyone. Keep practicing, keep making mistakes. That's how you learn.
And remember, language is not about perfection, it's about connection. Speak like a native, speak like you.
See you next time.
Bye for now.